¿Qué pasa, familia de dinero? I'm your host, Hodger, a truck driver on a detour towards wealth, and I hope that you join us on the journey. Here's a little song that I wrote for you. Holo's been going down for quite a while. Everyone seems to be losing their smile, but it's okay. Yes, it's alright, 'cause family, we got each other every day and every night. Holo's going up. Yes, holo is going up. So stay together and we will rise. So stay together and we will rise. Thank you so much for watching this video, and without further ado, let's roll that intro. It's okay. Well, I do have to say the movement within Microcloud Hologram is almost as unexpected as Jack and Jill being played by the same actor. Who would have guessed? Man, that's crazy.
I can't stand you being here!
Alright, with all the jokes out the way, I do have to say that Microcloud Hologram going up as it did, and yes, I'm still a holder of it. I've been covering it in fantasy penny stock football. We talked about it briefly. We've been really talking about it in the Armoire, aka the Discord. Link in the description if you haven't gotten in. I mean, it's been fantastic, but that's besides the fact. Matt dropped. Shout out to Matt. First and foremost, he's my very first Patreon member. Discord gets it first, so he's my first Patreon member. Patron, I appreciate you. Shout out to Matt. But not only that, he's been calling out amazing shots in there. You're just missing out. That's all I gotta say. But we've been kind of just going off about, you know, Holo over the past few weeks, months, and we get this news that I'm looking at this like, huh? And then I'm looking at it again and I'm like, huh? I mean, it's absolutely confusing as the sector that they decide to release news in, but we do have to recognize that there are institutional buyers. With that being said, let's go ahead and check out the stock chart and the articles, and then I'll give you guys my input. Can we see a bullish run? Let's dive deep into it. Okay, so if you're a paramedic and you were hooking somebody up and making sure that they still got a pulse, well, you will be looking over the past few months and be like, oh, that person's been in the grave for some time. And all of a sudden, whoo, man, it's explosive volume. And it didn't just start today. It started last week on Friday. Then today, it's just been going on an absolute tear, hitting as high as $7.79. Now, I'll give you guys my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball, but I'll give you guys my opinion. If you didn't do what you should have done, what I did, I don't know. But we're gonna go ahead and read this stock titan. They should call it Stock Tartan, but Stock Titan article. Microcloud Hologram develops a semiconductor quantum dot hole spin qubit technology, advancing the frontier of quantum computing. Now, okay, hold on. Come on now. Yo, come on now. Bro, what? Come on. Hey, come on. They ain't giving me my flowers, man. Nobody giving me my flowers, man. Listen, all I gotta say is if you're not in the Armoire, we've been talking about stocks that have already went 100%, 200%. And we got other people calling out. So if you haven't been in there, it's cool. We've been doing our thing in there. But the thing is that what have I been covering on this channel? Now, does it make sense that Microcloud Hologram's been going into the quantum computing space? No, because I think their main focus should be holograms. Now, let me explain. I know that they have a lot of subsidiaries. We're really dealing with a foreign company, right? They're based in a different location than New York, as they claim. And the thing is that this company's name literally says hologram. It doesn't say quantum, it doesn't say computing, it says microcloud hologram. We're talking about either a cloud service or a holographic service. And so it's very strange to me, but we'll dive into that. Let's keep on reading. We have another article from Market Beat. Microcloud hologram shares gap up. Here's what happened. And this was written today. Microcloud Hologram Inc. shares gapped up before the market opened on Monday. The stock had previously closed at $2.40, but it opened at $4.51. Somebody knew. And shout out to everybody that commented saying, hey, I'm gonna buy at $1. I wasn't gonna recommend it because I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball. And also, why is this lady looking at me? Hedge fund weighs in on microcloud hologram. So we have, and I was reading through it, several institutional investors and hedge funds have recently bought and sold shares of the company. Commonwealth Equity Services LLC increased its holdings in microcloud hologram by 1,122% in the second quarter. Commonwealth Equity Services LLC now owns 428,000 shares of the company's stock worth $351,000. Now, if they want to give me that money, I will take it. After acquiring an additional 393,000 shares during the last quarter. We have a bunch of other information, but again, the main catalyst being, and this is a Yahoo Finance, so Bazinga even covered this. And the weirdest thing is that these articles went bing, bop, boom, bow, like literally one after another. Now, again, I can't really tell y'all my thoughts, but we also have HOLO going up 266%. Anyway, we have microcloud hologram shares rocketed on Monday after the company developed an advanced technological solution. The solution uses a fast driving protocol to attain coherent control of two heavy hole spin qubit and double quantum dot system. Okay, it's time to talk HOLO. Now, before we go on, you might be asking me, why do you look like Trump?
You know what? Look at my African American over here.
Number one, I don't know if I can even look like Trump. Have you seen me? I'm bald. But the lights are red and yellow because it's New Year's. New Year, you get it? Anyway, so microcloud hologram to me is very sketchy. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not gonna let up on this. I do not like this news. I know some of y'all is like, well, I made money. Okay, I got it. You're gambling. I did not want to gamble in microcloud hologram. I thought that this was a holographic company, not a quantum computing company. You know, it turned around, and for some reason I'm covering all these quantum computing companies. I've been making 100%, 200%. We've been in the Discord making that much more. Patreon link in the description if you want to get further access on my positions. But for some reason, that's where they're going. And now Matt in the Discord had mentioned, hey, he's been looking it over and says this isn't new to HOLO. They actually have it on their website. Checked it out. Yeah, they have been talking about quantum computing. But the thing is that I'm very like, why is there such a bullish movement all of a sudden to quantum computing? Don't get me wrong, I like it, but at the same time, I did not expect it to be the thing that is skyrocketing this year. I thought maybe 3 years from now, 2 years. No, the returns are absolutely insane in just this sector alone. And guess what? It's only going to get better in 2025. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball. Now, when it comes down to the ISN, which is going to be Investor Squad newsletter that I have linked in the description as well, I sent out that, hey, we might see kind of a retracting or people taking profit. And lo and behold, this comes out on Sunday. That's what we saw in the market. And what has happened is microcloud hologram, if they release this news on a better day, which I don't know why they decide to release news on like the worst days. They like to do things on the worst timing. That's just what they like to do. But they would have been up easy, 10, 11 bucks, but that's not what we got. Now, here's what I did. Okay. I took my profit, right? And I learned from my mistakes and I left a small portion. That's it. I took my profits and I took, and I was like, all right, I'm back where I was. It's been so long. And I told everybody in the Discord, we had drama about this. People were very much hopeful. And I said, hey, you know, it is out of the pattern. Now, can we see a bullish movement come February? I would say, hey, you know what? I potentially, because we see the pattern more so happen in the beginning of the year. And this is the crazy part, is I've already subjugated myself to that was going to happen. I already said that, hey, if we don't get a pump during the time when they did the reverse split, then you know what? You know, we're out of the pattern. I'm no longer worried about microcloud hologram. I will still hold it. Guess what? And I've been true to my word. Now, what I will say is I do not like this news. It has nothing to do with holographic technology. Let's be honest. If you are an investor, this ain't gambling, baby. We ain't gambling. Now, if you day trade, you do it because you're doing fundamentals. You're looking at the fundamentals. You have different kind of alerts that say, hey, this stock, it already reached 10%, 5% in such and such time. It alerts you, boom. But this is a thing. The most important part of a stock or a company is, of course, yes, institutional investors. That's what moves the major needle with any kind of stock. But the problem that we're seeing here is, yes, it has institutional buyers. I'm not saying that these institutional buyers are small by any means, but we're not seeing some of the big heavy hitters that are typically in their foot when it comes down to Nvidia or ARM or any of these big Palantir even. We're just seeing some LLC companies. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just stating facts, okay?
What did he say?
Anyway, I don't want to get into hot water with that, but microcloud hologram has been my greatest lesson, right? My greatest lesson. And that lesson being, okay, you see profit, take profit. I've already written a short ebook. It's actually in the link down below, but I kind of already gave what I've learned in, you know, being an investor, especially within microcloud hologram. Some of these things I already knew. But when it comes down to microcloud hologram, of course, we have institutional buyers, but is that a strong signal for everybody to be like, hey, it's going to continue up? Well, we saw $7, it got smacked down. You can make the argument that, hey, you know, it's a bad day in the market. Well, in the first place, we shouldn't even see microcloud hologram move that much in one day. It has no press release. Let's be honest with that. On top of that, if you go check out the website, just so you guys can see, the last press release from their own website was in 2023. So that's where I can already identify that we might see one in January. And then all of a sudden we might see another one in February. That is according to what we already seen when it comes down to microcloud hologram. Now, like I said, I took profit. I've learned my lesson. I don't want to gamble anymore. We've already been talking in the Armoire about a lot of different kind of things, aka the Discord, that has already gave us 100% return, 200, 300% return. It's happening, and we talk about it. We work as a familia, true familia de dinero. So if you're not a part of it and you guys want to take it a step further, head on over to the Patreon. On the Patreon, you can actually get how much I'm buying, at what price I'm buying, all that and more. You also get additional things on additional levels. Go check that out. Thank you, Familia de Dinero, and let me know, are you finally green? Are you still waiting? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will catch all of you, Familia de Dinero, in the next one. Adios.